Yeah, as long as I can remember, we've been waiting for the Messiah to come for us. It's just always been that way. I always knew he'd come, but I mean, let's face it, it's not like I'm from Jerusalem or something. I'm just a girl, a nobody, from Nazareth. And, you know, not much good comes from Nazareth. It's always been that way. I was sure that angel had come to the wrong house that night with his special announcement. But if this was what God wanted, then who was I to tell him that he was wrong? And Joseph, oh, God bless that wonderful man. You know, he could have joined in with the rest of them. He could have had me sent away, even had me killed. But he never broke his promise to marry me. So when it was time for him to ride to Jerusalem for the census, I was honored to ride at his side. Even with heartburn and bloated cankles and 9 months of pregnancy behind me. You know those women who try different techniques to induce labor? You know, like taking frequent walks or trying spicy food? Well, I know what they should do. They should take a 70-mile bumpy ride to Jerusalem. That'll do it. Because not long after we got there, well, I had never done this before, but I knew it was time. Oh, and with every wave of pain that came, I just tried to ignore the fact that I wasn't going to have my family around me. And I wasn't going to have the familiarity of home when I brought that child into the world. When Jesus finally came, I forgot about all that. I wrapped him up in some little cloths and tried to make a special bed for him with what we had, which was just an animal feeding trough. Joseph said that I probably should have been sleeping by then, but I just couldn't stop looking at him. There he was, the little baby that the angel had told me about. My heart was so full that night, and there were just no words big enough to describe how I felt. I wasn't the first young mother. I know I wasn't the first young mother to bring a child into the world. It's always been that way. But as I sat there that night and looked at that little baby boy, my baby, my Redeemer, I knew that he was coming to change everything because he'd already changed me.